Alright, my name is Edmund Lockhart, and this is my presentation on Michigan farmland and population between 2002 and 2007. Main points that I wanted to cover were I wanted to identify counties that had a higher population than farm acreage. I wanted to identify reasons why some counties' representation of farmland may be skewed. Does population increase and decrease have a direct correlation to farmland increase and or decrease? Have we been losing farmland at an alarming rate? And ways Michigan is looking to protect farmland and how individual counties are. All right, we're going to begin with the population of Michigan. 2000, the years I'm going to cover are 2002 and 2007 because that was the best information they had through the Department of Agriculture. The total population of Michigan was 10,038,767. The counties with the lowest population were Keweenaw, Luce, Ontonagon, and the counties with the highest population were, of course, around Detroit with Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb. This is the population of Michigan in 2007. The total population was 10,050,847. That's a 12,080 increase. The counties with the lowest population remained the same, although they did lose some. Keweenaw, Luce, and Ontonagon. And counties with the highest population were Wayne went down, Oakland went down, and Macomb went up, surprisingly. Alright, farming in Michigan in 2002. The total number of farms in Michigan in 2002 was 53,315. Total amount of acres in 2002 was 10,142,958 acres. Total farm expenses were 3,333,716,000. The federal government also gives farmers money, mostly large farms, money to help supplement their farming. The federal spending on farms in Michigan was $144,771,000, with a farm average of $7,984. The market value of farm products sold in Michigan was $3,772,435,000. Crop sales were at $2,362,628,000, and livestock sales were $1,409,807,000. And it should be noted that for livestock, you do need more land to have successful livestock sales than you do crop sales, since livestock also requires feed. Farming in 2007, total number of farms in Michigan in 2007 was 56,014. Total amount of acres in 2007 was 10,031,807. Total farm expenses in Michigan were $4,786,767,000. Federal spending on farms went down and went to $118,871,000 with a farm average of $5,115. Market value of products sold in 2007 was $5,753,219,000. And the reason why this can vary is the type of crops that were being sold in Michigan at the time. You know, crop rotation is a big thing here, so it could have been corn one year, soybeans another. The Department of Agriculture website I went on didn't have the specifics per county in Michigan. Crop sales were $3,329,928. Livestock sales were $2,423,291,000. Counties with the highest amount of farmland in 2002 were Sanilac County at 434,738 acres. Population of Sanilac in 2002 was 44,460. Farmland per individual was 9.7 acres. Huron County had 431,984 acres of farmland with a population of 35,255. So that gave per individual, if it was spread out, was 12.2 acres a person. Then Leenawa County, 353,800 acres with a population of 100,167. So that means the population there to feed every individual was 3.5 acres. Counties with the highest amount of farmland in 2007. USDA said you need 1 acre of land to meet the calorie needs for one person per year. Huron County had 440,967 acres in 2007 with a population of 33,218. That gave them 13.2 acres per person. Sanilac County had 417,083 acres. Population was 43,499, and that gave them 9.5 acres a person. Escola County made it in 2007 with 342,729 acres with a population of 56,703, which put them at 6 acres per individual. In 2007, these were the counties with the lowest amounts of farmland. Like I said, 1 acre is needed. Crawford County had 2,524 acres of farmland with a population of 14,511. That gave them 0.17 acres, well below what they needed. Gogabit County, which is up in the UP along the border of Wisconsin, had 3,907 acres. Population in 2007 was 16,152, and they had 0.2 acres per person. Roscommon County at 4,759 acres. Population 2007 was 25,393, and that gave them 0.18 acres per individual. All right, this is my map that I have. It shows the population and farm acres per person, so it's the ratio. If you notice, the places in yellow have the lowest, which are going to be a lot of places up in the UP have low amounts, especially down here. And if you look around Detroit, of course, there's going to be a higher percentage of people and lower amount of farmland. So the darker colors mean they have higher farmland per people. And then this is for 2007. The UP pretty much stays the same. Most of Michigan actually stays the same. Northern Michigan, except over here, commercialization and development of land expanded. You have Detroit's over here, Flint, so this whole area is just commercialized, developed, and so they lost land. All right, why? I wanted to just put these maps. I found these maps on Google. I just wanted to explain why some of these might be different. This map is of Michigan urban areas, and this map is the Michigan National Forest. So if you see, this is Gogabit County, and then there's Mackinac County. And a lot of these places right here are where national forests are, and if you go to look on the map over here, it represents here that there's more people than farmland because the land has other uses. So most of us know a lot of Michigan and Upper Peninsula and Northern Michigan is covered with forests. Then down here you have the industrial areas. So Bay County, Saginaw, you have Flint coming in, Genesee County, Macomb, Wayne, this whole area. And then, like I said, you can see on the map that it's just developed. I picked 3 counties to look at individually. I just picked them kind of randomly. I picked Shiawassee because it did change a little bit. The number of farms in 2002 was 1,037, and that went up to in 2007 to 1,082. So it's not a huge increase, but it still went up. Total acreage in 2002 was 234,788, and it actually went down in 2007 to 200,026 to 509. So although the number of farms went up, the total acreage went down due to commercial development. Agricultural sales went to 44,494,000 to 87,847,000. So although they gained farms, lost land, they actually gained more money. This is 2007, 2002. Population stayed relatively the same between 2002 and 2007. 2002 was 71,976. 2007 it was 71,749. So between 2002 and 2007, Shiawassee County lost 227 people, and Shiawassee County lost a total of 8,727 acres of farmland. All right, next one we're going to look at is Genesee. Number of farms in 2002 in Genesee was 1,051, and that dropped in 2007 to 988. The total acreage in 2002 was 142,756. The acreage in 2007 was 129,232. Agricultural sales were 29,432,000, and in 2007 they were 58,775,000. So although they did lose a lot of farmland and they lost a lot of farms, the sales did go up. Population of the county in 2002 was 438,775, and it went down in 2007 to 434,086. So between 2002 and 2007, Genesee County lost 4,689 people, and that should say Genesee lost a total of 13,524 acres of farmland. This last one I picked because this is where I grew up in Bay County, and I also grew up on a farm in Bay County. The number of farms in 2002 was 787, In 2007, it went up to 851. Total acreage in 2002 was 186,118. In 2007, it was 186,256, so it didn't really go up that much. Uh, Agricultural sales in 2002 were 59,373,000, and in 2007 were 77,223,000. The best way I can explain all this is, like I said, the crops, the type of crops that were being sold, and also inflation. Population of the Bay County in 2002 was 109,584, and that went down in 2007 to 107,373. Between 2002 and 2007, Bay County lost 2,211 people, but Bay County gained a total of 138 acres of farmland. So even though they lost, they still gained a little bit. 138 still isn't too high, but for individual county, I guess. This is my map that I made of average acreage per farm. So the lighter colors are less and the darker are higher. There isn't as up like in the UP. It's still going to be skewed again because the amount of farms isn't that high. So the amount of acreage shown on this it's going to be higher on the scale. Then you can still see the metro areas there. They still have lower amounts of farmland, usable farmland in 2002. And even over here in Kent, Ottawa, Muskegon, they still have quite a little bit. And up here you have national forest, almost covered in forest, but they still have quite a bit of farmland. And then especially down at this area with Tuscola County, here on Sanilac, St. Clair, Saginaw, all these areas I know are heavy farming areas and where most of Michigan's farming takes place. And in 2007, this is Delta County did go up. They gained, but they lost farms, but they gained because a lot of farmers do buy all their farmers' land. So what does this mean? The previous map had shown the average size of farms in Michigan counties. Reading this map can be deceptive. Counties that increase in average size do not necessarily gain in total farmland acreage. Many farms were bought by larger ones, which increased the average size of farms for the counties. Many counties did lose around 1,000 acres of farmland. What is causing counties to lose farmland even if the counties have experienced population decline? Many counties still lose farmland even though they were losing total population in their county from development that was taking place within the county. This developed over time, even at slow rates, take away from the precious farmland that is needed to keep Michigan and other states fed. Okay, Michigan did start the Michigan Farmland and Open Land Preservation Act. It's here to help preserve Michigan farmland. They're trying to set specific limits on how much they're going to preserve to prevent development, just because they realize that although losing farmland isn't a huge problem right now, it's going to be in the future as the world's population increases. This act allows farmers to enter an agreement with the state that guarantees that the land will be used for agricultural purposes for a minimum of 10 years and assures that the land is not developed in a non-agricultural use. The landowner in return gets certain tax benefits as not charged for sanitary, sewer, lights, and non-farm drain projects. There are certain qualifications you have to meet. You can be less than 40 acres, but 51% of it has to be active agricultural use. This is just some talking about the tax credits that can be given out for this and the special assessments. This is the amount of land protected under the Michigan Farmland and Open Space Act. They only had 2015 data that I could find. In 2015, there was a total of 529 applicants with 34,910 acres of new land that were protected. 1,639 applicants were extended for another period of at least 7 years, because that's the next minimum that you can do. After your initial 10, you can only go up in increments of 7 years. And Michigan gave out $44 million in tax credits during this time. One thing that I like also, and I wanted to focus because since we live on this side of the state, Kent County has started a purchase development right program to protect farms. It's the 5th most agriculturally productive county in the state. The Kent County Purchase Development Rights, or PDR, is a program which is used to buy the development rights of farmland, and this allows the land to retain agricultural use but denies commercial development. The restriction is placed on the deed of the land, denying commercial use for the passing of the land. So even if you sign up for this, you sell the land, and the person that you sell it to doesn't want to still be part of this, they're stuck. They're legally obligated to abide by the rules of the PDR since it's attached to the deed. Kent County pays the farmers pays them for the land that they're going to protect. It still belongs to the farmer, but they're paying them for the development rights. So they're going to pay them at the highest commercial price available. This program was started to ensure agricultural development in Kent County, which has seen expansion. We can see it. We see it every day. Even out here in Allendale, they're losing land. I know down by the Meyer and Standale, there was that little corner that was all woods and farm, and now it's being developed. Kent County wanted to continue agricultural economy and ensure an adequate supply of local food. The agricultural market in Kent County is $149 million annually, and that's a large sum for one county in this area, especially all the little subsidiaries that will rely on farms and still make their monies. All that. As of November 1st, Kent County has 21 preserved farms totaling 2,281 acres of farmland. And I know, because they came into our class one time and spoke, they wanted to save over 100,000 acres of farmland. But they know it's going to take a long time to get there since they have limited resources, and most of this money to buy farmland actually comes from donors, people that are donating money to it, and they also rely on farmers to come into this willingly and voluntarily. The state doesn't put any money into this right now. Conclusion, many counties are following Kent County's example on ways to protect farmland to ensure adequate food supply, but this issue is not just contained in Michigan, it is one that is being looked at nationally to ensure as global population increases, the United States will be able to ensure that its population will have adequate supplies. Although counties have gained or lost population, it has not caused a direct correlation between population increase and decrease in farmland and population decrease and increase in farmland. So really, after doing this whole project, I thought there's going to be a lot more. I thought you would have noticed large sums of people, if they moved into a county, they would lose more farmland, but really it's the same. They're redeveloping land. A lot of farmers, the only way it really changed is if farmers sold their land to other people. I know the counties that I showed you, 2,000 acres, 3,000 acres, still a lot, but they still had a lot to cover it. So really, right now, this isn't a major issue, but it is going to be in the near future with the world's population expanding. Even Michigan's going to have a massive population boom, so they need to start focusing on protecting it, which Michigan's already started. Kent County has started, and others are looking to start in it. They're going to copy Kent County's PDR program. So, like I said, I went into this thinking that counties that gain population would lose farmland, and counties that lost population would gain farmland, but that's not the case. Especially they didn't gain farmland because if it was industrial, to clean it would just take too long, and it's easier just to reuse the land. So this is my conclusion on my PowerPoint.